Good morning, guys. I've had a rough morning. Nova's back to having weird poops, so I have officially contacted the vet, and she has a vet appointment tomorrow morning. I think I've told you guys that I was changing out her food proteins. Her whole life, pretty much, she's been on chicken and rice. But I know that dogs can develop allergies to chicken, so we went from chicken to rice to, I think we tried fish, and now we're on lamb. And I told the vet that when I called in that I think it might be a food allergy, but it hasn't gotten better, so there's a chance it might be like parasites or worms or something, which is unlikely because she's obviously fully vaccinated. And Scout doesn't have any issues, and those are contagious, I guess, like they can transfer from animals. But when I was on the phone with the vet, she told me, she was like, make sure to look at the ingredients on the food bag, because obviously, like, when I went to go change her protein, I just went from the bag that said chicken and rice to the one that said fish and rice. Now we're doing lamb and rice. And she was like, even though the main protein in it might be fish or lamb or whatever, a lot of the times they still use chicken like filler products. And of course, I checked the bag and it does. So there is still a possibility that it is just a chicken allergy, and we just need to find different food that doesn't use any part of chicken as a filler in their food. I'm strongly considering going to like something like a fresh food diet, like the farmer's dog or whatever, where you keep it in the freezer. But every time I give her anything new, like even, so typically for dogs who have like soft poops and things, you would give them pumpkin. But I've been nervous to even do that because every time she eats anything, whether it's meant for dogs or not, whether it's meant to make them feel better or not, anything, it'll give her the poops for days. So I've been trying to keep her on the same brand, but obviously that's not gonna work if we really wanna see if it's a chicken allergy. I'm gonna have to find something else. So I don't know. But we have the appointment tomorrow morning at 10:30. So hopefully we can get some sort of answers. Anyway, so on Friday, today is Wednesday. So Friday, I'm going in to Starbucks to like kind of do like, they like put you in the system with like your ID and all that, like verify your identity kind of thing. So I'm going in to do that, and I'll probably spend the day at Starbucks. I did order a couple outfits because I looked at the Starbucks dress code, which I get, like it makes sense. It's just their dress code, although relatively easy to follow, are not clothes that I personally own for the most part. So let me pull it up and I can actually like show you. So on the Starbucks website, it says color palette, tops, all colors permitted, so you can wear any color shirt. Bottoms and footwear have to be black, gray, navy, brown, khaki, or white, excluding pants, so you can wear white shoes. But it does say no holes, tears, see-through, too revealing, no graphics, no typography or large logos, so obviously no gym workout stuff. So like really it's not a hard thing to follow, it's just that most of my shirts have some sort of big like print, they're like graphic t-shirts, and you can't have graphics. I had like 2 shirts or so, like my long sleeve ones that would fit or that would work. But I felt like I might need a little more than that. I have jeans, like I have a pair of black jeans and a pair of blue jeans, which with how little I'm working is plenty. I just thought I might want a couple extra shirts and things. So I figured I might show you guys the clothes that I got, which this is one of them, but I'll show you closer later. And then we'll see what we get up to for the rest of the day. One more update before we get into the try-on haul. I do want to tell you guys, just because maybe you guys aren't being force-fed this ad on shorts like I am, but these Zaraya drops, literally every like 4th scroll I get is somebody talking about these or another brand of these. They're tanning drops, basically. You're supposed to be able to just like consume them and they will naturally make you tan. Basically it ups your natural melanin in your skin, something like that. And I am trying them because naturally I come from a like full redheaded family. My mom's redheaded, both my brothers are redheaded. My sister's lightly redheaded, she's like strawberry blonde. And I have porcelain skin, like white. Anytime you see me tan, it is spray tan, it is fake. And I love the way I look tan. So my dad is very tan. He has like jet black hair, very tan skin in the summer. He tans like crazy. None of his children got that trait. So I got like the darker hair, like this is my natural hair, minus the grays. I don't know if y'all can see that, but like I'm 26 and I have gray hairs. But this dark brown is my natural color. And I got dark blue eyes versus all of my siblings that got red hair, porcelain skin, and light colored eyes. So anyway, I really love being tan. I love the way I look tan. So I'm trying these. This will be day 3 of taking them. So far I don't see a difference, but everyone that seems to have reviewed it says it takes a couple weeks, and I'm taking double the amount that it technically recommends because I know that I have so much melanin to make up for. But I will keep you guys posted on if these work in case somebody actually cares. I will say, it says suggested use, dissolve 1 milliliter, 1 drop, which is like a full droplet of this. It's marked on the thingy. In 50 milliliters of water for consumption once daily or as directed by your health professional. Shake well before use. Warning, do not take if pregnant, lactating, suffering from a medical condition, or taking other medications. Consult a physician before using this product. And it is not FDA regulated, so I guess use at your own risk, but I'm taking them and I will let you guys know if they work. So far, nothing, but again, only day 3. Oh, and the flavor is watermelon. No reviews that I read said that it tasted bad. And if you put in 1 drop thing, like, I don't know if you guys can see that, honestly, but if you put in 1 drop thing, I'm sure it doesn't taste nearly as bad as when I put in 2, but I'll be the first to say that they really don't taste great. Like, it's tolerable, but I personally take a chaser afterwards. Like, I drink my Alani after I like drink some of that, drink the Alani, drink some of the drops, drink the Alani, and I'm taking 2 droplets instead of 1. But this is what it looks like. So cheers, I guess. Like, it's not horrible, it's just you can taste like, I want to say like root. Like I think what everyone was saying about, like, it's all natural stuff. And one of the things that can happen, like if you eat too many carrots, is you will turn orange. So I'm sure that's part of what this is. And you can definitely taste the like ground, dirt, like root, earthy taste in this with like a tinge of watermelon on top, which honestly doesn't help. Like, why they chose watermelon as the fake flavor to this, I will never understand. It's not great. But if it works, totally worth it. Okay, so this would be outfit like 1. I got these tops from Amazon. They were like 14 bucks a piece. Now, we are coming into summer, but I'm like the person who's always cold. I feel like once summer comes, they blast the AC everywhere, and I'm always the one that's cold. So I got long sleeve shirts mostly. I think I have 1 short sleeve shirt, and then just blue jeans, and then they're a little dirty, but these are the shoes I pretty much plan to wear with most of these outfits. I have a red t-shirt that I couldn't find, I assume it's in the washer, that I could wear, and I have a red pair of these, but that would be pretty much the only thing I wore with the red. So there's this one. This is the next one, which, yes, is the exact same shirt. I got 4 of these exact same shirts. I'm like the queen of, if I like it, I'll just get it in another color. So it's just a little bit darker, and probably still with these same blue jeans. I have a couple other pairs of jeans, but these are just the most comfortable ones, plus the black ones. Okay, this one's more of like a pink color because I always wear the browns and like tans, nudes, because I'm usually tanner than this. But This one I just felt like would give a fun pop of color. Last one of this shirt, the dark brown, because everything I get in brown. The other thing that is nice about these is they're not super thick. So if it is warm, like I'm not gonna be overheating. They're like thinner, but still long sleeve. So the brown, probably still with the blue jeans. Okay, then there's these ones, which are the ones I've always had that I've worn in 100 videos. They're from Classy Connection. Obviously I wouldn't wear these. Classy Connection comes with like the built-in bra, so I wouldn't even need anything. But I already have it in brown. So I have this one. These ones are a little thicker though, which might be a little too warm once it becomes like summertime. Okay, obviously the black one that, again, I've worn 100 times in these videos. I changed my pants for these ones because obviously with this one I'd wear black jeans. And then there's also this top, which is one of the workout tops that I got from Target. I got the same one in like the lavender color with the lavender set, which I can always wear if I want a short sleeve shirt. I don't like them as much for like work purposes. I think they look very, very casual. I don't know. To me, it just gives a different vibe. And obviously I could wear the purple one as well if I wanted to. But from experience that I have from my first job ever when I was 16 working at like Dairy Queen, when you're making things like that, you can get like splashed on, spilled on, and light colors like purple. So I think I'll stick to the dark colors. But again, with the black pants. I couldn't find as well the gray Classy Connection top that I wear a lot. Probably also in the wash. But again, to me, I'm a warm toned, neutral kind of person. It's just what I look best in. Not so much cool tone, light colored things. So I'll probably stick to the ones that I showed you. But yeah, those are all the work outfits that I got. I don't think I'll need any more than that. I think I have plenty of tops. And honestly, right now she only has me working 3 days a week, 4 hours a day. So pretty much nothing. I think it comes out to like 12.5 hours. I will be asking her for more hours than that, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna go in on Friday, probably edit this video while I'm there, and then we start Monday. Hey guys, I just wanted to give you a quick update because today has been probably one of the longest days I've had in quite a while. Today was the day that Nova had to go to the vet, so it was at 10:30. I woke up a little late, so I was already stressed getting like ready and out the door to do that. But as you guys know, I've been complaining about Nova's bowel problems since December. David and I yesterday went and got new food. Checked the label, no chicken in it anywhere. So she's on a salmon and rice recipe. I just fed her that for the first time for dinner tonight. She basically, when we got to the vet, she kind of ran through all of the different potential outcomes of her symptoms, which is basically about, not quite a year ago, about like 10 months ago, so it was May of 2023, no, 2024, May of 2024. So it's May of 2024. I took her in for her last vaccinations, and when they weighed her, she was 38 pounds. Which is, I would say, like a relatively good weight for her, probably closer to like 40, just because she's a little tall. But when, like, I knew that she was really, really skinny. Like, you could feel every bone in her body, both hip bones, every rib, like, you can just tell she's very skinny. So I've doubled her food, and I have been doubling her food since November. And she has put on no weight. Like, I can't get her to put on weight at all. She's obviously had the diarrhea problem, and I've never been able to get her to have actually fully normal, solid stool. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she has started pooping and then eating it. It's a little rough, but she's been pooping and then eating it. So for a while now, we've suspected parasites. But again, I got to that conclusion because the food hadn't helped. So once I realized the food still had chicken in it, then I kind of went back to a chicken allergy. But while we were in there, I took a bag of her poop to the vet. She basically said, "You're right, it could be a chicken allergy. So we'll know that from changing her food and seeing if that helps. She did send me home with 2 medications. One is for just diarrhea to help her kind of get solid. And the second one is to kind of like cleanse the colon. Because if it's not the chicken allergy and then they run the fecal exam and it's not parasites, I went ahead and had them run a blood test that she could take not fasted, because obviously I gave her breakfast. And we ruled out things like cancers and diabetes and just a bunch of other stuff, just to be sure that she doesn't have any of those and none of that could be the cause, which the results are here. She is in the normal range for everything, so she doesn't have any of those things. But basically the next step is we change the food. She takes these medications for 10 days. If she's not more regular and more solid, then she has to go in fasting, and they're going to run blood for a pancreas issue. Basically, her suspicion is that her pancreas has stopped producing the enzymes required to digest her food. Therefore, it's basically just going in one side and out the other. So the more I'm feeding her, the more she's pooping, and it's not sticking to her body. If that's the case, then she has to go on like really expensive pancreas supplements. Basically, she literally has to eat pancreas to get the enzymes inside of her body to be able to break down the food, to be able to use it for what it's meant to be used for, which she did tell me is quite expensive. She didn't tell me how much. She told me the test was going to be $500, but she didn't tell me how much the supplements actually are. She just said that's when we look into things like Chewy discounts and like pet, there's different like websites and things that give you like discounts on pet medication, I guess. So she said that. So fingers crossed that it doesn't get that far. Like, I am hoping that this is just a chicken allergy and I was just an idiot for not reading the freaking ingredients on this food. Like, why name it lamb and rice or fish and rice or whatever and still have chicken in it? Like, as much as I'm an idiot, they're also stupid. Like, let's be so for real. Why would you do that? But anyway, other news. I mentioned potentially a big move in the last vlog, and I don't think the vlogs of this are still up, but 10 months ago, so last May, we were living in Idaho, and we moved on May 28th to Missoula, Montana. We were there for 5 months, and on October 28th, we moved from Missoula to Rapid City. Both moves being because of our jobs at the time. I have since obviously quit. So we have been here since October 28th. It is now March 20th, and basically in the company, a lot of people quit at the same time. And so there's a bunch of positions open and they need people to fill them. So the company is flying David out to Arkansas on this Sunday, like told him today that he's gonna fly out in 3 days, and spend a few days there meeting people, touring the stores, doing all the things. That does not necessarily guarantee he's gonna get the job, but it is a strong likelihood. So for the 3rd time this year, we could potentially be moving. Or I guess 3rd time in the last 12 months, because technically the other 2 were in 2024. But yeah, 3rd time in the last 12 months, we could be moving. So that could be a lot. And that's not even the move I was referring to in the last vlog. This is completely different and just came up out of nowhere. So I'm trying to plan for that and figure that out in case it happens. And then, I don't know if I've told you guys about my apartment from hell. Like, I would not wish living in this current apartment that I'm in on anyone. The office manager is horrible and just so rude and she's just awful, and I can't stand her. The maintenance guys, all of them, great, fantastic. They're so nice. In fact, the maintenance guy just knocked on my door today because he heard like the pipes in the walls sounding weird, like they make a weird squealing sound. And I never brought it up, I was ignoring it, whatever. And he just knocked on the door and he was like, hey, I was just like working in another apartment and I can hear, are you running water? Like I can hear this noise. And I was like, oh yeah. And he goes, oh, well let me just fix that for you real quick. So we did that. Like, he's just super nice, it's whatever. But the office manager is just so bad. So there's a part of me who really hopes David gets the Arkansas job, because honestly, I just want out of here. I hate this apartment, and if we don't take one of those other technically there's Arkansas, Texas, Arizona, and then depending on who gets moved where, potentially back to Montana or Idaho. So, it sounds like Arkansas is gonna be the most likely though, if he gets something. But I just want out of here. Like, even if we were to stay, I would want to relocate into another apartment or house, honestly, preferably a house. But we had a whole issue with the apartment manager today. Basically, they tagged our car saying it was parked illegally when we were just parked in our normal spot. And when we asked her why, because it basically said we're gonna tow your car, and we asked her why, she said your tags are expired. And our tags are in fact not expired. So then we were like, well, we need somebody to take this like giant orange sticker off of the car because our tags aren't expired. And so she basically was like, well, do you have Goo Gone? Because we told her we couldn't get it off. It just like tears and then leaves the white film. She was like, well, do you have Goo Gone? And I said, or he said, I made David go down there and talk to her because I won't talk to her because I would cause more problems. But she asked him if he had Goo Gone and he was like, no. And she was like, oh, well. And then was basically just acted like, well, not my problem. Even though they stuck it in the middle of his like back windshield where it completely blocks him from being able to see behind him. It was the stupidest thing in the freaking world. And then not even like 2 hours later, there was a tow truck going through the apartment parking lot, towing all of these cars. Like, that person would have towed our car and our tags aren't even expired. So, whatever. But because David is leaving on Sunday, he now has to stay late at work the next 3 days because he has to do full visits at all of his stores before he leaves, because he'll be gone for like a week. And I am sitting here like, I literally just got a job. Like, I go in tomorrow to take her like my ID and social and stuff to actually get in the system. And I'm just sitting here debating like, do I tell her there's a chance I'm leaving? Do I not? Because if this happens, it would be as of probably May 1st. Like, they would probably give us April and then I would leave May 1st. I will have worked all of 12 shifts by then. 12. But like, I also want to get hired and like start training and then just be able to transfer to Arkansas. I just feel so bad because I literally walked in there during my interview and was like, yeah, we only got to spend 6 months in Missoula, but he signed up to like be here for a year. We're gonna be here for a while. And before my even first day, there's a chance that we're relocating to another state in a month. So I just feel bad and I don't know whether to bring it up or not as like a possibility or wait until we know for sure that it's happening. Okay guys, well, I'm officially at Starbucks and it is so loud in here, so I do apologize. But I just finished editing this entire video and realized I did not have an outro, and I want to be able to finish it and get it posted today because I'm trying to post every Friday. I did end up telling Ashley that there's a chance I'm going to move, and she took it about as expected, like kind of disappointed, but she's so nice. Like, she was just like, well, keep me posted, like I hope not, you know, like but I feel so bad, but she's so nice about it. So I mean, she did tell me I couldn't transfer with Starbucks because I haven't worked for at least 6 months, so I would literally have to quit and then completely reapply. So we'll see what's available in Arkansas if and when we go, but otherwise, thank you guys for watching this vlog and I will see you in the next one.